Okay, so it's about time to start the session. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Myself, Harsh Soni, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the ninth International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Competitive Strategies, ICTCS 2024, Jaipur, India. Physical conference was held yesterday at Jaipur, India, and digital is being organized through Zoom. That means today and tomorrow, 20 and 21st of December 2024. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations, and each presenter will be given 8 minutes for the presentation and 2 minutes for the question and answer. On 7 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder so that you can conclude your presentation on given duration. If you have any query or any update, you can write it to me in the chat box. And before starting the session, there's a one request to all the participants that you may all please stay connected with till the closing remarks so we can capture the good memories of this virtual conference. Just before we start, I'd like to introduce you all the chair for the session, Professor Gajendra Shrimal. Professor Gajendra Shrimal he's with the 17 years of extensive experience in the teaching industry. Gajendra Shrimal serves as an assistant professor at Vivekanand Global University, with numerous publications in respected journals and conferences, including Scopus Indexed and IEEE publications. His research interests include randomized algorithms, nature-inspired computing, artificial intelligence, and have collaborated on various projects that push the boundaries of current knowledge and technology. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much, Harsh. Nice to have you here, here for the session as a session chair in the conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so starting with the papers, first we have Priyanka as Dore, and she's going to present on an assessment of the factors influencing employee retention. Dear presenter, are you here?
My name.
Good morning, Priyanka. Please proceed.
Yes, sir. My name is Priyanka Sunil Dore, and I am delighted to be presenting my research on uh, assessment of factors influencing and employee retention. And research on. Here we are focusing on the role of HR analytics and factors influencing employee retention. The according to the WHO, the career development is the main factor, which is represents the leaving the company. Second is work environment and compensation. Next. Now, sir, there are the literature review. According to the Ravin Sagar Narayan, the retention of importance, effective strategy focus on career growth and culture, not just pay. Then role of HR analytics, predictive analytics and machine learning can identify the resignation risks, limited practical application in current literature. There are the factors that influence the leaving the company, like work condition. In any organizations, like work-life balance is very important in their organization, and career development is the most important part of any organization that employee want to stay there, and compensation benefits, the recognition of any achievement they are recognized by the organizations. And this is the descriptive analysis by the highlights mixed perception of HR analytics. In employee retention, respondents moderately agree that the HR analytics improves retention strategies and addresses the turnover risks with relatively low variability. However, personalized retention strategies and to predict turnover effectively with higher variability in the responses. These findings indicates that while HR analytics shows potential, its predictive, personalized, and implications and require further enhancement. Then Sponsman present the correlation analysis of factors influencing employees' intention to leave their current positions. Um, Consider job satisfaction shows the weak correlation, weak no negative correlation about the job satisfaction represents the slightly reduce the uh, slightly reduce the intention to leave the job, and the next three current job roles and appreciated job opportunity shows a positive correlation between they shows um, uh, they are the strongest factors which leads to employee retention. Then the factor analysis results the determinants of employee retention like career development and work environments. There are the variants like career development, work-life balance, training and development, job security, compensation, recognition and rewards. They strong influence these factors are strongly influence the retention and another workplace relationships and flexibility. These factors are the emphasize the interpersonal skills and with environments, organization and management supports contributes the various high loading organizational support and management support. So understands the need of support system. This is my findings. The HR analytics moderately improves retention and strategies and reach the turnover, but requires enhancement in predictive and personalized implementation. Key retention factors include career development and work environment, most critical workplace relationship and flexibility, and organizational management and support. The dissatisfaction of current job roles, lack of appreciation, and job opportunities significantly increase employees' intentions, while job satisfaction has minimal impact. Then the conclusion is the career growth, training, and work-life balance are critical for retentions, while HR analytics and remains underutilized in predicting turnover. Job satisfaction shows minimal impact, but external jobs opportunities strongly influence turnover. Combining HR analytics with career development and recognition can improve workplace stability.
Okay. Thank you, Priyanka.
Thank you, sir.
Vinitha sir, do we have any question for this presentation?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Priyanka. So what
Yes, sir.
factors you have include here as for your input purpose?
Sir, like career development,
Okay.
recognitions, compensations.
How have you taken these inputs, like in terms of binary numbers?
Yes, sir.
What is your data set? Have you what technology you used to implement this thing?
Sir, we use a questionnaire method in descriptive analysis.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Which specific tool you have used?
Sir, we are using the SPSS software for questionnaire making.
And what is your data size?
Sir, 116.
116.
Yes, sir.
It is basically nearby yourself, or where you have taken these data? Local,
Sir, related agriculture industry, sir.
local data, or you are having or not region bound?
Sir, local data.
Specific region?
Sir, agriculture industry related specific region Wardha,
Okay.
Wardha,
For a
Maharashtra.
specific industry only you have picked it for a particular organization.
So there is no specific. We use healthcare industry in Maharashtra. All.
Thank you. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Priyanka, for your wonderful presentation. Next, I request Pavina to present her paper titled Effective Prediction of Heart Disease Using Various Optimal Feature Selection and Deep Learning Based Classification Algorithms.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. This is my presentation. Myself is Rafina Jyoti, and I am doing my research work under the guidance of Dr. Anbragan, sir, doing research in Savita School of Engineering. This is a paper of comparative analysis of machine learning, sir. Effective prediction of heart disease using various optimal feature selection and deep learning based classification algorithms. Here is the abstract. That's heart disease is the largest cause of patient death and has become a major public health problem in recent years. The main risk factors for heart disease are excessive alcohol use, smoking, and a sedentary life cycle. In a medical term, heart disease, that is illness, is acknowledged for being difficult to diagnose, but these diagnoses, this research paper analyzed various feature selection and classification algorithms that have been developed for efficient cardiac disease prediction. The cardiac disease data set is considered as input data in this paper for analysis. First, initially, the cardiac disease data set is pre-processed with different missing value imputation and normalization methods. This is the various several mechanisms used for prediction methods. First of all, the pre-processing is done with the help of the missing value imputation. This means missing value imputations in the sense that is find out the incomplete, inconsistent, and lacking of functionality data. That's missing values used with the help of the k nearest neighbor algorithm, random forest algorithm, SICE, and MIC algorithms. This with the help of k nearest imputation algorithm. The approach makes use of the k nearest neighbor algorithm, an algorithm for non-hierarchical data grouping. It's known as this is how many groups will be formed. There is well-liked method for the imputation. In order to value to compute the value imputed, the nearest point in the training set is located and its average is used to fill in the value. The random forest based imputation method is another one powerful method to handling the missing values in the data set. Thus, particularly when the relationship between the features are complex and nonlinear. In this approach, based on the missing values are predicted with the help of the features in the data set. There is existing incomplete data to train a random forest model that predicts the missing values based on the patterns observed in the data set. That's next one is SICE. That is also used for finding the missing value imputation. That is MICE is the expansion of single sender imputation from multiple chained equation. That is in this binary or cordial categorical attributes are imputed by SICE categorical. It adds the outcomes in an array after running the MIC algorithm a user specified number of times. The next is MICE. MICE is a multiple imputations using chained equations in one multivariate imputation techniques for missing values. That's MIC models each feature with incomplete data to generate estimates. An iteration is one sweep across each column. This process continues until the allotted number of iterations is reached. Different data normalization sets. This next pre-processing technique is the normalization. In this normalization, I have to use the min-max normalization, Z-score, max ABS scaling, and robust scaler. This min-max normalization in order to create a balance of value comparisons between the data before and after the process. That is, min-max normalization involves applying linear modifications of original data. Then Z-score normalization is normalize the mean and standard value deviation. That is called Z-score. If you don't know the minimum and maximum values of the data, the method comes in rather can be the formulas. That is some of the formulas used for the min-max algorithms. Max ABS scaling is used for data exists decreased by the max value scale with the range. One benefit of the max is the ability to manage the data with the outliers without the need for unjustifiable scaling. Then robust scaler is used for min-max. Robust scaling is the information transformation method. In contrast, that the lowest and highest value, the average and quartile ranges are used for data scaling in order to improve the comprehensions of the outliers. The next one is the feature selection method. In that feature selection, Sita method, gray wolf optimization, Osprey optimization, and line optimization techniques are used. With the help of the feature selection, the number of incorrectly picked features is half, while genuine positive rates stay the same. This translates to a simpler, easier to understand, and more accurate final model, as well as increase the efficiency in selecting the appropriate variables. The theta optimization algorithm, the fastest land mammal and the predominant cat breed in Central Africa and iron is the theta. The theta may be able to spot prey when it is cruising through its environment or scanning it. When it spots its target, the theta may choose to wait until the target approaches before attacking. Phases of rushing and capturing are included in the attack mode for a variety of reasons, including its limited energy resource and quick prey speeding. The theta may decide the stop hunting. This might help in the algorithm relies on using these hunting techniques wisely during the hunting iterations. Osprey optimization technique is a fish-eating predatory bird that can be found all over the world. That is, in this method, we have to use the two stages of exploration and exploitation by simulating the osprey behavior in the wild. Gray wolf optimization, that is used for a group of 5 to 12. Uh, this algorithm was created. Alpha is a starting point where every gray wolf, and it may be masculine or female. As the alpha wolf, you lead to the rest of the wolves while making crucial decisions about when to sleep and wake up. This method is used. This alpha wolves makes the decisions. The delta wolves, the third rank, and are categorized as hunters, spies, and the audience and the supporters. Antlion optimization is also by use the help of the feature selection, that is using both the undimensional and the multi-dimensional optimization problems. In that, antlion imitates an antlion's hunting behavior, specific requirements, regulations of the optimization. Next one is the classification method. In this classification method, long-term short memory and BGG, RNN, ResNet 50 are used. Long short-term memory, say extended short-term memory, is able to interpret the sequential input and to remember the information from
Dear
the
presenter, I think so your slides are not moving. Kindly
yes,
check.
sir. Nice, sir.
Yes.
These
And
are
you
the
have last 1 minute for the presentation.
okay,
Please make
sir.
sure.
Okay, sir. Okay. These are the results based on the comparison. That is based on the comparison, the accuracy of the LSTM is 95.05%, and the result for FNR, that is false negative rate metric calculation, is LSTM is very low, and the ResNet 50 is the better results gives. This is the conclusion. That is, the conclusion gives the LSTM method and the RNN resonate the effective implementation of the heart disease. That is 95, that gives the LSTM algorithm achieves better performance, that is 95.05 accuracy, and the precision as 93.59%, and the 94.47% is the recall values, sir. That is this conclusion. Then these are the references we have used. That's thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kavina. Dear sir, do we have any question for this presentation?
Kavina, can you please brief what exactly algorithms you have used in your this paper?
Actually, this is
Specifically,
the
which algorithm?
comparative algorithms. That is comparative analysis, sir. So we are using the comparison between the various feature selection and the classification algorithm. Thus, classification algorithm, LSTM and the ResNet RNN algorithm, sir.
So you have used these two algorithms.
Yes, sir.
Have you done any changes in them?
No, yes, sir. Already we have applied the
What
LSTM with
component you have included, or what technique you have introduced, like as a hybrid something, or you are using
no,
any
sir.
other new algorithm?
No new algorithms are included. Just doing the comparison between the two algorithms only, sir.
Two existing algorithms.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what exactly PCA is?
Sorry, sir. PCA means?
PCA.
That is a predictive cart analysis, sir. There is nothing else we are doing, sir. Here and only comparing the two algorithms for doing this project, sir.
Okay. Okay. Any other future involvement of hybridization in this?
Yes, sir. We are doing there is a ANN and implementing some more algorithms are included, sir. But still we are not doing any work, sir. So just comparative only doing, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Kavina.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Thank you, Pavina, for your presentation. I'd like to invite the next presenter. Next, we have KP Senthil Kumar. Sorry, an efficient, and he's going to present the paper. An efficient state of charge forecasting. Here you may please proceed with the presentation.
Hello, sir. I am KP Sindhkumar. I am studying Savita School of Engineering. I am a research scholar, and my domain is machine learning, sir. Right now, I am going to present effective state of charge forecasting in autonomous electric vehicle using physics-guided residual neural networks and optimization dimensional reduction.
Sir, have you prepared any PPT for this?
Yeah, sir.
Actually, this is the paper format.
Sir, kindly consider this. Shall I, sir?
All right, not an issue. You can go ahead for this.
Okay, sir. Abstract, sir. Autonomous vehicles such as four-wheelers we are using nowadays. Nowadays we are driving no. So while driving, if we are careless, we will get an accident. In order to avoid this, the machine is going to drive, sir. So for that, what I am going to use now or an algorithm. So while elaborating an abstract autonomous electric force rely on adverse driver assistant, it is going to assist the driver, which is machine is going to drive. So I'm going to use traditional methods such as voltage and current-based approaches struggle to give precision under condition and present strategies and model-based making them inefficient for learning and predictable states in complex learning. So while elaborating the introductions, electric vehicles are promising solution in order to avoid air pollution as well as the issues. We are going for electric. So the primary dependent is direct calculation method and model-based method and data-driven methods are the three categories into which the SOC estimated method is. According to batteries, SOC is defined as the ratio of a residential capability to maximum the capacity under the same condition by US advanced battery consortium. The most common and a simple method to determine SOC is ampere hours integration. It's a drawback such as SOC and certainty and cumulative measurements for making two follow the state of charge SOC of batteries in an electric vehicle is typically estimated using model-based and data-driven techniques. Model-based approach forecast SOC using electrochemical mechanism and similar circuit models. They frequently include filter side factors like temperature, aging, and road conditioning. Online parameters identification is used to deliver performance. So data-driven method like CAR, NAAN, SVM, RVM, and GPR are directly predict to an historical data. They are the flexible way of training data quality and quantity. In literature review, neural network HDNN based method for estimating the state of charge electric force in order to accurately estimate SOC in real time. The method makes us the relationship between EV battery voltage current and the mountain galaxy optimizer as a training algorithm. It is an effective algorithm was demonstrated by the average obtained across all data sets. It was high complexity, require large data, and struggles in generalized across model and battery. So this is the proposed method, sir. So here we are having current voltage temperatures, and we are having pre-processing, processing, just-time batch and normalization, CMF input, and the dimensional reductions. And in classification, the deep learning and neural networks will be, the output will be obtained. So this one is a data pre-processing, the collaborative matrix factorization method. So classifications, in classification, PG or NNN, physics-guided residual neural networks forecasting model called ResNet use of data to understand the input output between dynamic response and material sparse and noisy, not creditable data driven neural network also faces challenges in alignment, which knows physically guided deep learning frameworks made up of encoders and decoders is often a solution of this problem. This approach aims the scientist data with known physical laws, predictions are mathematical, but not violate physics principles. A proposed physics-based deep learning framework it is shown in the below diagram. So in this, I am going to use physics-based neural networks. I'm going to explore the encoding and decoding techniques in order to so the result and discussions. The driver assistance and autonomous electric vehicle is significantly rising day by day in order to perform the automation and safe driving. So the traditional techniques for predicting the state of charge in batteries used in electric vehicles are inaccurate because of this things like temperatures, changes, and battery aging. AI-based approach improves accuracy but have the drawbacks like extensive training data and challenges. Balancing traditional and AI technique is crucial for developing reliable battery management systems. And the AI and analysis of battery heating system data. These studies evaluate the performance of batteries electric vehicles data is reprocessed using CML input method that's subject to test time batch normalization for data uniformity. The dimension is reduced using the pairwise control input. For
Give
the
you your last 1 minute. Kindly conclude your presentation.
Hello, sir.
You have last 1 minute left for the presentation.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay. Let us for obtain from the state of charges historical predictions of power batteries. Data set seated from the Kaggle website. It consists of time series data related to the charge levels of car batteries. This data is crucial for understanding and predicting the remaining charge of electric vehicle EVs batteries under various operational conditions. The data set consists of 50% samples that categorize into three battery current, low, medium, and high based, and it is in table form. So it consists of number of and functions of activation, physical loss, rate, optimizer, and learning rate. So that is shown in the matrix format, providing a comparison or classification of each cell in the matrix represent the number of instance classified into specific address, allowing us to access true positives, true negatives, false positives, and false negatives. The diagonal element indicates the correct classification instance, so the official element AUC and ROC curves for the proposed approaches are displayed in the above diagram. The success of multi-class classification problem is demonstrated in order to evaluate using area under the curve and receive operating characteristics of ROC curves. AUC represent the quantity or degree of separations. So this is the comparative analysis. So in this, I am using all NN and then recurrent neural networks and path propagation neural networks. And these are all the algorithm and then I am using in this area. So several missions were employed to access the proposed physical data to resilient neural network in comparison with the individual algorithm. SP or support vector recognition, path propagation neural networks, and artificial neural networks in recurrent neural networks are decision DT were providing the generative. When coming to the conclusion, state of charge SOC of the battery is important for the number of applications such as scheduling renewable energy, managing the batteries and protecting the range of electric vehicles, preventing overcharging, increasing battery life, and optimizing the charge and discharging the process all depends on the accurate SOC calculation. Precious SOC estimation is essential for autonomous electrical vehicle EV range production, driving energy optimization, and guaranteeing energy for vehicles. For renewable energy system to guarantee there is enough energy to live. For resolution and calculation is crucial. So SOC estimate has typically have been carried out. Mathematical models say these models can be accomplished and may not represent the behavior of the batteries in an actual world. A offers the promises solutions to improve SOC forecasting, enabling more responsive driver assistance system. However, confidence about the data privacy and security and predictable behavior in edge cases need to be addressed to realize the benefits of EV operation to overcoming the problem. The proposed physical deep learning based model requires to accurate the protest and create autonomous vehicle. That's all.
Okay. Dear sir, do we have any suggestions for this paper?
No, I think we can go to go. Next.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Senthil Kumar, for your presentation.
Thank you,
Moving
sir.
forward for the next presenter. Next, we have Rohini Chavan, and she's going to present the paper of evaluate the factors that influence an employee's decision to exit a company concerning the healthcare industry. Is Rohini here for for this presentation?
Michael Savriabhijal. I'm the second author of this paper. Due to some medical health issues, Rohini is not able to present.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank
All
you.
right.
So today
Then
I'm
you may
going.
please proceed.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. I
You
can
may please
proceed.
proceed, sir. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Today I'm going to present the research paper. The title is Evaluate the Factors That Influence an Employee's Decision to Exit a Company Concerning the Healthcare Industry, which is focusing more on turnover. Just so let me start with introduction. So employee turnover disrupts the healthcare service which is increasing the operational cost and compromises the patient care. So nowadays, you know that employee turnover, it is a big issues for most of the hospitals and the healthcare industry. So the whole healthcare industry facing these issues. So we have covered the employee turnover in this paper and mainly the factors which are influencing the turnover, which is making the employees to go out of the company. Main key factors which include the low pay, poor working conditions, and limited career growth, and job stress, which are worsened by systematic flaws revealed during the pandemic. And also the high turnover strains resources, particularly in nursing, affecting care quality and staff morale. And addressing this requires a holistic approach that goes beyond salary adjustment, focusing on career progression and recognition and work-life balance and effective leadership and fostering a positive workplace culture and open communication are critical to improving the retention and ensuring the workforce stability in resource limited healthcare settings. And we have done a lot of review based on this. And the number of authors they have identified the factors. Mainly, I have given 4 factors. First of all, the extrinsic factors, which is given by mainly the studies which is done by Steinmetz et al. And Gidadu. According to those authors, they found the extrinsic factors like low salaries and poor working conditions and a lack of organizational support, which is significantly increase the burnout and stress, and also it will be another reason to exit from the company. And the second factors, that is a group of factors which is coming under intrinsic factors, and the authors like Omar, Molo et al. And Kidadu, according to them, they say that job satisfaction, motivation, and career development, which is significantly impact the retentions, which means the employees are going out of organizations and they are existing from organization due to these internal factors such as satisfaction, motivations. And also psychological factors also another reason, which is given by Poon et al. And Stamets et al. They reported that stress, burnout, work-life imbalance, and the challenges heightened their turnover risk. Then the last one is the demographical matter. The demographical matter is also one of the big issues in the hospitals. And youngsters and unmarried workers are more likely to leave since they are looking for the career growth to get a good salary. So there is also another problem and another factors which is making the employees to leave the company. And to address these challenges, the retention strategy must focus on providing better support and strong leadership and opportunities for growth of the employees who are working in the healthcare industries. And this research covers mainly 4 objectives. It is exploring the primary reasons that causes employees to quit a healthcare institution. This will help us to understand the key factors of contributing to the turnover. And the second one is to examine, that is exploring the issues associated with retention within the healthcare system. And the third one is establish whether employee satisfaction, including the retail relation and employee retention. Now, we have used the questionnaire to collect the data from the healthcare industry. And basically, we have collected the data from the local employees who are all working surrounding by the Varda. And we used the factor analysis, which is known as principal component analysis. After using these PCA analysis, there are 4 main factors emerged. One is employee engagement and workplace culture and organizational climate and organizational effectiveness. So all these factors explain significant portion of the variance in the data with employee engagement, which is contributing most, that is 30.561% of variance. And the rotated loading shows the strong correlation between the item and their respective factors, indicating that aspects like job satisfaction, career growth, and leadership. So they are all crucial factors of engagement and effectiveness. So this analysis helps identify areas for improvement in organizational practice. And secondly, we have used Spearman correlation analysis. And this Spearman correlation analysis showing that there is a strong positive correlation were found with recognition and rewards, career growth and opportunities, workplace culture. And these are all the factors significantly contributed to the higher level of retention strategy, retention level among the employees who are working in healthcare industries. Additionally, support for personal and professional goals showed a strong positive relationship. And also, there is a moderate positive correlation which is observed with transparent communication. And at the same time, the factors like organizational values and alignment, work-life balance, and leadership confidence, which is showing weak, and also it is non-significant correlations we didn't consider since it is a non-significant correlation. But there are so many factors which is matching with a positive correlation, which is increasing the employee to, which is influencing the employee to leave the company. And the next one is we have used a descriptive analysis also. The table 3, which is showing the descriptive statistics for factors influencing employee turnover and inadequate compensation, the mean with the mean value 4.21 and unfavorable organization culture with 4.11. They are the top factors which is contributing to the employee leaving from the organization. And also managerial support and limited organization have lower mean values, which is 2.86 and 2.53, which is suggesting that these are all the less critical but still factors affecting a turnover. So the standard deviation value shows variability with the managerial supporting having the highest variation, that is 1.57, indicating a wider range response. Factors like lack of career growth and poor work-life balance also rank highly, reinforcing their importance in retention strategies. Finally, we find that there are 3 important findings. From the table 1, we find that employee engagement, it is the very important factors which is significantly influencing the organizational effectiveness. Then second important finding, recognition and rewards, career growth opportunities and workplace culture. These factors are strongly positively correlated with employee retentions. And finally, there is an inadequate compensation and unfavorable organizational culture which are influencing the employee turnover. So these are all the main reasons we found that this is this is influencing the employee who are working in healthcare, and it is making them to leave the organization. Finally, the key factors driving employee turnover include low salaries, poor organizational dynamics, and limited career progression and work-life imbalance. To reduce turnover, organization must address these issues by enhancing compensation and fostering the career growth, promoting work-life balance, and improving leadership and recognitions. So these strategies can improve retention if the organization follow properly, and also workforce stability and organizational competency. Uh, Thank you. That's all my presentation. Thank you for the panel members for giving me the good opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable presentation.
Yes,
Dear sir,
sir.
do we have any question for this presentation?
No, sir. It's good.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So moving forward for the next presentation, we have Chetan Paldikar and is going to present on job stress and employee performance, a study of professors in Maharashtra.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are, sir.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Respected chair and all the participants here. My paper is related to our domain. Professor Gajendra, sir, I would like to uh, uh, attract your concentration on the topic. So topic is the job trace and employee performance, a study of professors of Maharashtra. So we are the professor, and by this study, I am going to analyze which factor which addressing for our and improving our trace. Okay, so introduction is, so job trace is a widespread problem that affects the professionals in the variety of the discipline and the discipline sectors, and professors play the significant role in influencing the student futures and intellectual growth in the setting of higher education. However, the demand and the particular difficulties in the academics frequencies result in the high level of workplace. This study attempt the investigate the relationship between the professor performance in the India state of Maharashtra and job trace. Its aim provide light of the particular traces they experience, how these traces affect their ability to perform professionally. So this is the problem statement, sir. In this context of higher education in Maharashtra, India, Professors show the crucial role and shaping the future of the student and contributing the academic and intellectual growth of the nation. However, demanding the nature of academia and the unique challenges faced by the uh, professor uh, often lead to significant job stress. This study seeks to the understand and the intricate relationship between the job stress and employee performance among the professors, shedding the light on the specific traces they encounter and how the traces impact their professional effectiveness. So the major objective of study is to assess the level of job related stress experienced by the professor and their impact on the professors of Maharashtra. There are the specific objective also to explore which the specific factor contributing significantly to job stress among the professors, as well as determine how job stress level are correlated with the effectiveness of the lecturers delivery by the professors, lecture delivered by the professors, assessing whether trace impact their teaching effectiveness also, and the interpret identified the factor based on the variables that load most significantly on each factor, providing meaningful descriptions on the factors. Methodology, we prepared the questionnaires and shared among the professors of Maharashtra, especially from Nagpur, Wardha, from where we are belonging, and we collected the data. On the basis of data, we made the data analysis and interpretation. So there are 194 males and the 106 females given the response for our research, and the age group also from 21 to 30, 30 to 40 we bifurcate as follows. Then many the professors from bachelor, masters and doctorate in the as a respondent there. Then the assistant professor, associate professor, every grade we and every level of the professors we invite for as a respondent in our research. So these are regarding the data analysis and the interpretation. So, sir, for the analysis, we made the correlationship between the job-related factors and a level of the trace. So, you can see on the screen there are many factors play a significant role to make a trace on the professors. So, you can see the level of trace. So, there are the lack of work-life balance, overtime work, poor interpersonal relationship, unclear performance expectations, departmental and institutional policies, funding resources constraints, overload pressure, administrative responsibilities, as well as fear of being forced out and insufficient time of task, communication issues. These are the pressure of research work. These factors significantly responsible to create the trace among the professors. So these are the factors showing the significant trace level as this presentation I am going to share with you, sir. The second study we had done for the second objective, where we studied the correlationship between the performance of job and the level of trace, how they manage their level of trace, and what are their performances work there to manage their trace. So, sir, you can see in the presentation also. So there is positive correlation we can find the working fast indication, that being the compared to work quickly increase the trace level, poor interpersonal relationship strongly associated with the higher trace. Sir, as we find the negative correlations also, where that the particular activity like as the engaging with the student, then collaboration with the colleges, work efficiency, outputs, qualities, this kind of the things may the negative we can say output for our research, for our analysis, and they can show us the negative correlation. These factors can help the professor to decrease their trace from the jobs. Okay, as well as, sir, we find some non-significant correlation there is, which no matters, like as the research output as well as self-reported responsibilities. There is no significant relationship between the trace levels, sir. So this all regarding this thing regarding the analysis. So findings for first objective is that these findings suggest that the multiple factor contribute the significantly to job trace among the professors in Maharashtra, including the workload, job insecurity, time constant, communication factor, resource pressure, administrative duties, work-life balance, unclear performance expectations, workplace policies, resource constraint, etc. These are the factors significantly play the role to create the pressure on the professors. And second objective was the correlation between the job trace level and teaching effectiveness. So these findings suggest that the teaching effectiveness, engagement with the student, collaboration with the colleges, contribution to the department or institution, professional competent work efficiency, output quality, and the effectiveness of the lectures are the negatively correlated with the job trace level. So in other words, professor who excel in the areas of the areas tend to experience lower level of trace. Third objective was the interpret to identify the factor based on variables. So some variables we identified: organizational treasures, workload and time management, organizational defunctions, and these findings highlight the multifaceted nature of job test among the professor in Maharashtra, and provide the clear categorization of trace, which can inform the targeted intervention and the strategies to mitigate the trace and enhance their overall well-being and their job performance, sir. So conclusion is this research underscore, just a minute, sir. This research underscores the critical importance of addressing job trace among the professors to enhance the quality of higher education and promote the well-being of those who provide a role in shaping the future of student and society. It provides the valuable roadmap for the institutions seeking the create conductive and less stressful academic environment that foster excellence in teaching and the research. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Professor Chetan, for your presentation. Dear sir, do we have any question for this presentation?
Professor Chetan,
Yes, yes, sir.
yeah. Okay. So I was just asking basically what kind of data collection method you have used in this to collect all
Primary
this
method
data?
where we made the questionnaires and
Yes.
shared among the professors of Maharashtra. That was the primary data resource, sir.
Nee, that is okay, but what method you have used here?
Yes, sir.
Like survey, questionnaire based, interview based, like
Sir, question. So it's
tool you
a
have used.
questionnaire based. Questionnaires. We made the questionnaires and
Mhm.
shared among the professors, sir. It's a questionnaire based.
Uh, you have prepared any Google form for that?
Yes, sir. I prepared a Google form.
Okay.
Yeah.
What what technique you have used to optimize this data? There must be
Sir,
having
we
some false data or might be
will
having some missing data.
nothing, sir.
Nee, you must be having some false data in that or maybe missing data.
Sir, my
All these
research
things
is
are
on the basis of, see, sir, my research on the basis of the respondent which given. Many time we can say many time they given the false data also, but my research on the basis of the which data I taken for the research and all the data is true, and first I make it the confirm all the data is true, then I will go forward for the research, sir.
Fine. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor, for your presentation. Next, we have Nihal Patil, and he's going to present on Net Monitor, a real-time network analysis tool with packet capture, resource monitoring, and anomaly detection. Dear Nihal, you may please proceed with the presentation.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, Nihal, you are.
Just a second. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nihal Patil, and I'm here to present a project, Net Monitor, which is basically a network analysis tool developed by me and my team, Aditya Chaturvedi, Satish Chaudhary, and Dhanashri Kulkarni. So this is a basic overview of my presentation. So let's begin. Let's begin with the introduction. It basically includes a gist of what exactly our net monitor tool is. So as we all know, secure and efficient network management is essential in today's interconnected world. And as network grows, threat becomes more sophisticated, increasing the need for advanced security solutions. So what we provide is basically real-time monitoring of network health that helps us to track the data flow and detect unusual traffic patterns to ensure optimal network performance. Detailed traffic and analysis for actionable insights, which help us to identify specific issues such as bandwidth hogging and potential attacks. Secure and user-friendly interface for effective operations. So here we basically try to provide a very interactive dashboard that helps both technical as well as non-technical users to gain actionable insights into the network. So now let's begin with the problem statement. So these were some problems that we identified with other network monitoring tools. So as traditional systems lack real-time monitoring, so in many legacy systems rely on batch processing, causing delays in detecting and responding to threats. Inadequate insights for non-technical users, as I mentioned earlier, that most of the traditional monitoring tools are have a very gimmicky dashboards that is very difficult for non-technical users to understand. So we plan to we implemented a very interactive dashboard, making it easier for non-technical users to understand it. So we took guidance in the field from various network administrators working in different fields, and from which we got incorporated user feedback to refine the interface. We took recommendations from the network administrator to how we optimize our interface so that it becomes useful for everyone, and leverage modern AI for better threat detection. Also, as a security student, we understand that AI is now a trend, and so we leverage it for better threat detection. So next, objective and scope. So Net Monitor aims to provide a comprehensive solution for secure and efficient network management. So these are some objectives that we aim. Real-time monitoring, capture and analyze network packets as they traverse the network, that allows to detect unusual activity and potential threats instantly. Customizable alerts. These is something that most of the traditional monitoring systems lack. So yeah, this is like a plus point. Configure alert based on packet size, IP ranges, and protocols, and user dashboard, as I mentioned, that helps to visualize network data through graphs and tables, offering users an interactive view of network activity. Resource efficiency. This helps maintain optimal performance even during heavy network traffic or cyber attacks. So now let's begin with the proposed methodology. So these are some research papers that we go through during our project. So we are planning to implement GNN for like advanced identification of malicious IP address. Similarly, the second research paper help us to investigate factors like packet capture rate, memory buffer size, and CPU processing power that might affect our packet capture performance and scalability. Yeah. Design and analysis of systems to detect anomaly. This is a third research paper that presents a system designed for anomaly detection aimed at both security and performance. Also, along with this, we did a market survey targeting financial institution as they have a critical need for secure real-time data management while maintaining compliance with regulations. So these are some requirements that we identified through the market survey from the financial institution: effective traffic monitoring, threat detection, system performance optimization, regulatory compliance, and network troubleshooting. So this is basically how our Net Monitor tool operates. So I want to explain it through a sequence diagram. So the process begins with the network admin initiating the monitoring process by issuing a start capture command to the monitor component. Then the monitor component starts capturing packets from the network. Once the packet is captured, the packet component processes the captured data and returns the packet details such as packet size, source, and destination IP address. Then the monitor checks the packet data against predefined thresholds like suspicious IP ranges or packet size limits. If the packet violates these threshold, it is flagged as suspicious. Then we also created alert generation. If a suspicious packet is detected, an alert is generated. The alert component forwards the information to the IP blocker for further action. Then the IP blocker blocks the suspicious IP address to prevent further malicious activity. Also, to enhance to have a quick response, we implemented notification that notifies the network admin via email to the most critical threats identified. So yeah, this is a basic working of Net Monitor tool. So like implementation for packet capture, we basically use a SCAPI, which is a library in Python, data base storage from database storage to store packet captures and alerts for retrieval and historical analysis. Alert system generated based on packet size, IP address, and protocols. Dashboard and as I mentioned, an interactive web dashboard that we built with the help of Dash, displaying packet size, protocol distribution, alerts, and resource usage. Also, email notification, sending critical alerts to network admins, enabling a faster response to incidents. So this is a basic interface that we have created for our Net Monitor tool. So live packet capture, which tracks the amount of packet captured in real time. Historical data tracks the amount of data that we have already captured for future analysis. Resource usage is basically whether our Net Monitor tool is affecting the infrastructure or not. It mostly doesn't affect the infrastructure. It is well suitable for both high tech and low tech infrastructures. Similarly, the packet activity, protocol distribution, and automated incident response. Protocol distribution basically filters the traffic into different protocols like TCP, UDP. Automated incident response basically it identifies the malicious IP address and allows the network admin to block it before it causes any severe accidents. So results, baseline traffic demonstrated low latency and minimal impact on resource during normal operation, as well as during high traffic load. A Net Monitor tool showed increased latency but maintain system stability and effective monitoring. Packet analysis, insightful data on protocol distribution and network traffic, enabling easy identification of packets of patterns and anomalies. Resource usage. The tool resource consumption remains efficient with CPU and memory monitoring, ensuring optimal performance. So summary, Net Monitor successfully achieves its goals of providing a detailed and real-time network analysis tool. It integrates packet capture, alerting, and resource monitoring to enhance network security and operational efficiency. So this project has proven effective in detecting and mitigating uh, threats, especially for corporate environments needing robust monitoring solution. So here is the future scope that we are planning to implement further. Uh, like potential to we have potential to integrate ML like random forest that can classify traffic into malicious or normal based on labeled data set. Also, we are trying to implement threat intelligence feed incorporating real time threat intelligence feeds that will allow Net Monitor to stay updated with the latest global threats, enhancing its ability to detect and respond to new attack vectors. So basically, now we have the IPs are only detected on the basis of packet sizes and all. So we aren't still capable of detecting like 0-day attacks. So we are trying to implement threat intelligence feeds, also custom alerts. Even though we have implemented custom alerts, we are planning to enhance this feature by providing a priority-based alerts, categorizing the threats on the basis of severity, like high, medium, low, and like mobile dashboard access to support remote work and on-the-go monitoring. We aim to create a secure mobile dashboard, providing administrators with the flexibility to monitor and manage the network anytime, anywhere. Enhanced visualization, we basically will introduce advanced visual analytics and predictive visualization to make network data more actionable and protective, enabling administrator to prevent issues before they escalate. So these are the references. Thank you.
Thank you, Newell, for your presentation. Dear sir, do we have any question for this presentation?
Yes, Nihal. Basically, I need to know what kind of anomalies you are exactly working on. Are you working on any particular anomalies?
So basically, it's a network analysis tool. So we are like just identifying a malicious IP that penetrates to the network.
Yeah, you have mentioned here as an advanced, like you can also include machine learning for advanced detection anomalies, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of anomalies you will be exactly working on, and how this prediction will be working will help you out in finding out more accuracy.
So like we can use AI for mostly 0-day attacks and the newest attacks that have been implemented. So now at this point, our tool basically is successful in identifying the threats that are already existing and are known. And we'll try to implement AI to identify threats that are like 0-day threats or like just few days ago exploited.
And a specific algorithm you can
We
use
are
in this.
GNN, and we are forest one,
Why
random
CNN only?
forest.
Why only
Uh,
CNN?
GNN,
Or
so GNN because it helps to like prevent more analysis about the network, and it provides in-depth analysis of the network to detect newest threats.
okay, fine, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Nihal, for your presentation. And there's one request to all the authors. You may all please stay connected with us till the closing, so we can capture the good memories of this virtual conference. So moving for the next presentation. Next we have Deepak D, and he's going to present on optimizing cattle detection in smart farming using YOLO and attention mechanism. Dear presenter, you may please proceed with the presentation.
Yes, sir, I will start my presentation. I'm audible and my screen is visible, right?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good afternoon, Chair and my dear participants. I am Deepak D, and the co-author of this research is Dr. Damon Anthony DeMello. So today I'm going to present my research work on optimizing cattle detection in smart farming using YOLO and attention mechanism. So the content that I'm going to explain is just abstract introduction and the results and the conclusion. So the abstract is the first main thing is the Indian farming sector is a very important and it produces maximum economy support to the Indian growth. So there is a demand for milk products, dairy products, and all other necessity with respect to the cattle's are increasing day by day. So we need a method so that way we can efficiently identify those cattle, monitor those, and also make sure that they are healthy. So in order to achieve this, first part is to identify the cattle is the major part. So we try to identify this cattle and also uh, we try to identify the cattle and also incorporating the attention mechanism to the uh, detection models. So the novelty with respect to my research is the database which I have collected, which is mainly having the low light, and also we have taken at the night time, so that we are applying the YOLO model with integrating the attention mechanism. So this is my abstract, and next, let me give a simple introduction here. So the Indian gross value added of livestock sector, which is around more than 30% of your agriculture and allied sectors. So this is a very dynamic industry where the farming plays a very important role, and also farming of various animals, it like including your buffalo, cattle, yaks, and sheep, goats, and pigs. So we have a farming, cattle farming is there, and also we have adopted some of the methodologies, techniques to convert this smart cattle farming. So smart cattle farming is required in order to enhance the major thing is the security of the animal, that is a cattle, and we have to monitor the behavior and we have to take the precise decisions within the livestock industries. So in order to achieve this, we have identified three components of the cattle detection. One is object detections, second one is attention mechanisms, and the third one is your loss functions. And along with that, we have these are the three components of the cattle detection. The first one is in the object detection, we have two parts or two categories are there. One is one stage object detection and another is a two stage detections. So one stage it here, the localization and the classification tasks are performed in the single step. What is the major advantage is to have it is computationally fast and suitable for the real-time application. Second one is we have two stage object detections, that is here region proposal generation and also the classification will be done at the two different stages. So one stage examples are YOLO, SSD, and two stage examples are fast RCNN, mask RCNN. So these are the examples or the models of these two categories. So one is, and next one is the attention mechanism. What attention mechanism is a technique that allows the model to focus on the most important parts of the input image. Okay, it means that you are, or this attention mechanism will try to help the model to focus only on a specific part of an image that contains an object. So we have different types of attention mechanisms are there. One is self-attention mechanism. Second one is a spatial attention mechanism, channel attention mechanisms, and also we have temporal attention mechanism. And the last one is the hybrid attention mechanism. Here I have represented only three attention mechanisms. Still two more are there. That is temporal attention mechanism and hybrid attention mechanism. So here we have incorporated in our study with respect to the hybrid attention model. Means again in the hybrid we have channel and spatial, temporal and spatial, and the channel and the temporal attention mechanism. So in my study, we have used dual, or what we call it as a hybrid attention models. So these these models. So let me tell you this. This is a here in my study, I have done the comparative studies. Here I'm going to explain you one of the majorly used YOLO model, that is the YOLO V5. Why YOLO V5 is, in the result we have seen that YOLO V5 has performed far better than the other later previous versions of YOLO. And also why the attention mechanism, as I already said, that it will try to concentrate much on the, or focus on the objects which are necessary, and discard which are not necessary, means out of the focus which are not required, that is okay. So here you can see that we have three different components of YOLO architecture. One is with respect to your input. Second one is the input anyhow we are going to send. Here the input size of the image that what I have used is 640 cross 640 pixel, and it is a 3-layer channel. And here the backbone is responsible for the what we call it as multi-scale feature mapping. And also we have neck part. The neck part, which actually aggregates the maps of different levels of the backbone. And the third part is the three different heads we have. These three heads which are used for the small, medium, and the larger objects of an images. So we have incorporated attention mechanism called as a EMA. EMA is nothing but efficient multi-scale attention module. Multi-scale attention module. So this has been incorporated in the backbone, and we have made sure that how does it actually performs.
Sorry to interrupt you, author, but you have last 1 minute for the presentation.
Yes, sir. Fine, sir. And this is your YOLO attention, which we have used to incorporate this attention mechanism. And these are the experimental setup. That data has been collected here. 1046 out of that 80% will be used for the training, and 20% is for the testing purpose. System configuration I have used as Intel i7 12th generation NVIDIA T1000. It is an and 32 GB RAM. And these are the samples of the images what we have collected. And after this, we have identified, we have processed, and we got these results. And this is V5, and applying EMA, we have seen that a little bit increase in the accuracy, especially in the low light data. So out of these models, we have done the comparative analysis with your detection models. Out of these, YOLO V5 have achieved far better than the other models. And with the help of what are results we have achieved, we have used the attention mechanism. We have attention mechanisms, as I already said that this attention mechanism will help the model to identify or objects more accurate than that original what we call it as a YOLO models. So this is the conclusion is here, just not only but using your YOLO model, but also we can incorporate attention mechanism to optimize the model. So the future work will be in the refining the models, and we are going to explore in a different environmental condition and also cattle breed. Oh, so this is the part. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dear presenter, for your presentation. Dear sir, do we have any question for this presentation?
Yes, Deepak, hi.
Hello, sir.
So, basically, you're working on YOLO 5 and the EMA, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, any specific reason why you are using exponential moving? So that
Sir?
we can, like in exponential moving, you are using?
Exponential.
What you're using, YOLO 5 and EMA?
Sir, EMA is nothing but efficient multi-scale attention module, sir.
Efficient multi-scale.
Multi-scale attention module, sir. Actually, it
Yes.
actually incorporates both the things. One is the multi-scale information, and another is the attention mechanism. So that to get the what we call it as the relevant features from an images, means it is mainly used for enhancing feature representation in a deep learning model, sir.
Okay, fine. So, what kind of like other benefit we can have in near future?
Sir, the major benefit is that, sir, not only with the identifying that animal, but also we can incorporate this model to detect the animals which are at the farthest part. Means small objects can also be identified, and also this can be used for monitoring of an individual cattle, so that we can make sure that the animals are in a safe, they do not go out of the farm, and also health is very important, sir. That health has to be monitored carefully, because if I tell you one simple example here, if a cow sleep for a continuous of 8 hours, there is a problem in that cow particularly. So that can be monitored by using the taking the live data. Hence, we have used YOLO model.
Okay, fine. Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Deepak sir, for your presentation. And
Yes,
next we have Ilakia Devam, and she's going to present on performance analysis of homomorphic encryption algorithms for decentralized cloud security. Dear presenter, you may please proceed with your presentation.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I can start sharing my screen and proceed with my presentation. Do you see
Yes,
it
now
now?
it is visible. Yes.
Okay, thanks. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Ilakia Devam, and today I'll be presenting on the topic performance analysis of homomorphic encryption algorithm for decentralized cloud security. In this presentation, we'll explore a key challenge in the cloud computing area, where how the data privacy can be ensured while performing computations, and how the HE encryption offers a promising solution. Here, our study focuses on evaluating the performance of two HE algorithms, the Palilier and Dama-Uric, and comparing them to the traditional AES encryption method in a simulated cloud security scenario. So let's get started. Cloud computing has revolutionized the way businesses and individuals access and manage the data. So from financial institutions to healthcare providers, cloud services power the critical applications. However, this comes with a significant challenge where the risk of data breaches and exposure of sensitive information. Traditional encryption methods provide security by encrypting data at rest or in transit. But when computations are required, the data must be decrypted, leaving it vulnerable for any attacks. So this is where homomorphic encryption comes into picture. Unlike traditional methods, HE allows computations to be performed directly on the encrypted data without even decrypting it. So this means the sensitive information remains secure throughout the entire computational process. So I can walk you through the analysis of the effective and practical HE for such applications based on this research paper. So going into the key concepts, this HE is a cryptographic technique that enables operations such as addition or multiplication on the encrypted data. So the result of these operations remains encrypted and can be only decrypted by someone who's having the decryption key. In this case, like any application which is having the decryption key. So for example, using HE, a bank could calculate the total amount of balances of its customers without ever exposing to the individual balances. Different types of HEs are there. Our study focuses on additive homomorphic encryption, which allows the additional operation on the encrypted values. As we discussed previously, we'll be studying two algorithms, the Pallier and Damaduric. And the AES algorithm was also used for the analysis since it's a standard algorithm and can be used for benchmarking purposes. So the tools used were the Light PHP library, which was Python based for the HE implementation. So we conducted like a different test on randomly generated data sets that simulated bank transactions of varying sizes. Our goal was to determine how well these algorithms perform and to analyze their suitability for enhancing the cloud security applications, especially in privacy critical domains. So our experimental setup was designed to reflect a real world scenario. So we have taken a simple hardware, which is a Acer Nitro laptop with an Intel i5 processor, 16 GB RAM. While this is not a high-end setup, it mirrors what many small organizations or researchers might use. So for software, we leveraged Python libraries, the Light PHP for implementing homomorphic encryption and cryptography library for AES. Our dataset basically consisted of randomly generated CSV files containing maybe 100 to 500 simulated transactions. To test the performance of each encryption method, we executed a secure sum operation under these conditions. So it was using traditional computation without encryption and using Pallier and Damaduric for a homomorphic encryption and using AES as a baseline for comparison. So these were the tests that we were planning to do with the experimental setup that we had. So looking at the experimental results, so the execution time were significantly slower than AES. I think it was expected due to the computational complexity of the encryption algorithm itself. For the smaller data sets, the overhead was manageable, but as the data size grew, the differences became more pronounced. So an important observation is that both HE algorithms showed linear scalability. The execution time increased proportionally with the dataset size. This predictable behavior is critical for planning resource allocation in real-world systems. Most importantly, HE preserved data privacy throughout the computations, making it a suitable choice for scenarios where sensitive data should remain secure, such as in cloud-based financial or healthcare applications. So based on these experimental results, our study also revealed some key insights that there is a performance trade-off. While HE ensures unparalleled privacy, it is computationally slow compared to the traditional methods like AES. So this makes the HE more suitable for the applications where privacy is paramount, even at the expense of the speed. Second of the key insight is HE's performance computations on encrypted data makes it a stronger candidate for privacy critical applications, such as cloud security and financial applications, and also for healthcare analytics, enabling the analysis of patient data without ensuring compliance with privacy regulations, and also for the linear scalability of homomorphic encryption. It also suggests that it can handle increasing data volumes effectively, though optimizing its performance for large-scale system remains the challenge. So just coming to the conclusion of this overall research and finding, it shows that both of the algorithms provides a secure way to perform computations on encrypted data, and the slower execution time compared to AES highlight the need for further optimization before they could be widely adopted for large-scale applications. But as the data set grew, the performance also increases. So it's definitely suitable for large-scale applications, even though our data set was at a low-end setup, but based on the results, it shows that it's suitable for high-end applications. So it is a key enabler for secure cloud computing. So for future work, we plan to explore additional algorithms such as multiplicative HE and focus on optimizing the performance for cloud platforms. Yeah, I think this concludes the presentation, and I would like to open up the floor for any questions if you have.
Hello. Yes, Olivia. Hi.
Hi.
So basically, I was asking whether like which kind of algorithm you are more working on, specifically like which HE.
The additive HE.
What?
The additive HE, which focuses only on the addition operations on the encrypted data.
Okay.
And
So
further,
why you are choosing this thing?
I basically come from a financial background where we do a lot of computations on the bank balance and bank transactions. So, and like all the industries, like I'm basically from a software industry. So we are all moving towards migrating the applications to cloud. So having the data in a public cloud and, decrypting that for any kind of computations is risky. That's when this study made our interest. So to explore on different algorithms where it can do operations or computations on the unencrypted data. I mean, basically the encrypted data. So we started off with like the basic additive algorithm, but as we go forward, further enhancing this with multiplicative HE will help us to deploy that for a larger scale applications.
So if you have only one choice, which to go for failure or the other one?
Damn accurate. Yeah. So for if you think like the data set, if the application is like where the data set is going to grow in a larger scale.
You have said you have large amount of data, right?
Yep.
The frequent data is coming in
It's
a
a
large
damn
amount.
category. So that's when it's a choice, like because for the
Can
higher
we
data
compare
set,
the speeds also? What time it takes to encrypt the data? Any relation in that?
Yes, I think our results was also capturing those. If I could start sharing the screen again. Yeah.
I'm talking about a general term, like generalized way. Can we define any term relation, the speed ratio of these two in generalized term?
In the generalized term, yes, like obviously the Damgard Uric performs in terms of the speed, it performs better than the Palliative.
Any specific correlation between these? Any input size and any formula of that?
So we used some basic Python
You have
code.
mentioned your data set sizes, right? 100, 500. These are
Yes.
examples.
Yeah,
But
these
if
are
you're talking
examples.
about generalized text,
yeah, these are examples from like a simulated bank transactions, which has some bank balance and like few other data. So that's when we use those sample data sets to like use this light PHE library and Python to generate this execution time and comparing between these two libraries.
fine. Thank you. Thank you so much, Laklavar. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear presenter, for your wonderful presentation. Next, we have Nima Mabanza, and he's going to present on satisfaction of adult basic education and training participants with the use of an intelligent tutoring system to learn a technology course in a local language. Dear presenter, you may please proceed with the presentation.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to share the presentation. Can you please confirm if you can see my presentation?
Yes, we can.
Yes, thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm Ntima Wabanza from the University of Central University of Technology, Free State. I'm in South Africa. Good afternoon to you. It's still good morning to us. So I appreciate the way you took your time to listen to my presentation. So the title of my presentation is Satisfaction of Adults, adult basic education and training participant with the use of intelligent tutoring system to learn a technology course in a local language. Okay, so this is basically the skeleton of my presentation. That's the way I'll go about to present. I'll start with the introduction. And then after that, the research aim, methodology, data analysis, findings, and conclusions. Okay, so if you are talking about adult illiteracy, so basically in the context of South Africa, if we say this adult is illiterate, the definition is basically a person age 18, because in South Africa, from the age of 18, someone is defined as an adult, right? A person age 18 and above who is unable to read and write. So that's basically adult illiterate. So according to the statistics in South Africa, there's much illiteracy amongst the Black populations in South Africa. That's what they find, that is much, what illiteracy among the Black South African. As you know, the story of South Africa with the system of apartheid did not give probably Black people time to kind of evaluate. So because there are so many of them who are illiterate, but they're part of the society, so we need to find new ways to support those group of illiterate people, especially Black people. Why do we have to do that? To avoid that they become further marginalized in the society. So there are different approaches which we can do that to support this illiterate group. So some of those approaches to giving them training or learning opportunity that will equip them with the necessary skills to participate effectively in the society. Okay, so one example of that training program which the South African government had put in place is what we call adult basic education and training. So this is basically a training program which is available for adults who missed an opportunity to attend basic education at the young age. They can still attend. As you know, learning is a lifelong exercise. So this program basically is designed to equip adults with skills for them to enter the job market and then become part of everyday life and influence in our lifestyle. So basically, this program, which is called IBET, so it offers different kind of subject training, as we say, give training. So there are different type of them. You can see their language, so many of them. But in the context of this study, basically, we concentrate on the technology because, as you know, we are talking about the fourth industrial revolution. Obviously, everyone needs to be technologically ready as we focus on that topic of technologies. Okay, so currently the way the program is run, so most of the subjects offered by ABET in ABET program, so most of them are in English. And then this English basically, it poses some kind of challenge for people who are not, English is not their first language. Okay, so there's a language barrier. So since, as I said, the majority of people who are disadvantaged are Black, so because of this language barrier, sometimes it makes them reluctant, or it makes it difficult for them to attend those ABET programs. So because of those challenges, we thought about coming with new ways to support those people, so we can also give them opportunity for training. So we need to find innovative way to address the language barrier. So one of those innovative way is the use of intelligent tutoring system, which is going to offer the subject, the technological subject content in a local language is one of example of that. Okay, so if we look at the ITS or the ITS, so the way I say ITS basically is intelligent tutoring systems. So the ITS, what is the ITS? That the simple definition is a computer-based software that mimic a human teacher and provide individualized instruction based on the learner's education status. So there are key benefits of using ITS according to the previous studies. So they say it can improve teaching and then learning experience. It can also increase the student motivation and engagement. Okay, when it comes to the use of this ITS in teaching, the previous research which exists there, they concentrate more how to use this ITS into a formal education context, like at the college, at the university and secondary school. there's little which is known about the use of ITS in a EBET environment. So that's where basically we focus our research. Okay, so the aim of this research is to investigate whether the use of ITS that provide a technology course in Sesotho. Sesotho is one example of the local language in Sesotho can help overcome language gap challenge faced by the Sesotho speaking ABET participants. Okay, so in terms of methodology, the population, so we use, it was a group of Sesotho speaking participants. So in terms of data collection, so there were three main methods which we use for data collection. The first one, basically, we developed an ITS prototype, right? We did develop an ITS prototype using Visual Studio. So we developed a prototype, and then we also use the user testing task because we develop it to some kind of intending what's population. We need to test it if it's going to work for its purpose, obviously, which is to support them to learn technology in Sesotho, which is one example for a local language. Okay, so all participants basically perform tasks. So part of the user testing, all participants they are requested to perform some tasks using the developed ITS system. So some example of those tasks, they were requested to log in into the ITS so they can select a technology course topic of their interest, which they want to learn about. And then after that, after reading about the course, going through the material, then they can perform this a self-test. Basically, the aim of that it was to test how well they've understand the material which they've been learning. So we also use questionnaires. So the participants, the questionnaire basically we focus on capturing the participants' satisfaction with the interaction with the developed ITS prototype. Okay, so this is just a quick one to give an example of the interface how it was looking like. So the first thing they have to log in, and then this is the login screen. So this is in Sesotho, what means Libi, so it means name. You need to type in your name, type in your password, then you click Kena, what it means enter. And then after that, it depends if you are, this is the administrator windows where basically the administrator has to load the material which students have to go through. Okay, so if you're not an administrator, then you're going to take you to this study area. As I said earlier on, they have to study. So these are the different topics here. You just need to select a topic and then click, then it's gonna fill those text box with different type of information which you have to learn about. After you have learned this, when you feel that you are ready, then you can go now to the quiz area. The quiz area, there will be questions which will be generated, and then you just need, there are options there to choose. You need to choose the correct one. And then if you click submit, it's gonna tell you if you pass or basically you failed that specific attempt. Okay, so in terms of participants, so we use 6 adults, right? 6 adults. So, and then in terms of gender, 67% was male, basically, and then 33 were female. So the age, basically, the majority of them, they fall within the category of 18 to 24 years of age. So in terms of the ability, because earlier on I say the system need to teach them in a local language, which is Sesotho. So all of them were able basically to read, speak, and understand the Sesotho. Okay, so this is basically, as I say, we took the participant satisfaction level. We use the questionnaire whereby we ask them about their experience using the ITS. Okay, so in general, the findings of this study demonstrate that all participants, basically, they were able to use the ITS prototype presenting a technology course in Sesotho to achieve or fulfill their training need. Also, the ITS prototype presenting a technology course in content in Sesotho, we find that it was able to support and enhance the training experience for the Sesotho speaking ABET participants. Also, another findings was that the Sesotho speaking participants, those are the student or the adult which speaks Sesotho, they were basically highly satisfied with the ITS prototypes. Okay, so the result in conclusion, the result for this study basically, so far we can say that we can conclude that from the experiment which we did, so that the ITS prototype presenting a technology course in Sisutu basically tells it's a potential tool to address the language barrier faced by Sisutu speaking ABET participants in the Free State. Free State is one of the regions where I am based here in South Africa. Okay, thank you very much. That was my presentation. Any question is welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, dear presenter, for your presentation. Dear sir, do you have any question for this presentation?
Yes, Ritamba. Basically, I was asking what was your target size?
My target was the adult which has not have a formal training, right? So the one has never gone like for the formal school. So ABET is adult basic education and training. So it gives them training to get different skills. Yes.
And sample size of 6 only.
Yes. Why I put the size of 6? This is a usability test. So in usability, there's a principle called Golden 5. Golden 5, what means? It means that if you do experiment with 5 participants, you are able to discover 80% of the problem with your system. So that's why we started with 6 participants, based on that principle.
Okay, any other specific, you have mentioned local language to be used, right?
Yes,
and what
the local
impact
language.
it can what impact it can generate?
Sorry, I did not follow your question. You are breaking. If you can start, please.
You have mentioned that you are using local language. I'm audible?
Yes, you're audible now. Yeah, I'm using local language.
So what
yes.
does it impact on in overall?
Oh, so the impact was very great because, as I said earlier, one of the problem which you identify, there are people who want to learn, but they can't learn because, by default, the education language in South Africa is English. So, and then also, as we are in a fourth industrial revolution, so you need to get the citizen ready to understand technology. So as we decided to translate it into the local language, but they were very happy, as I say. So yeah.
Okay. Fine. Thank you, Zumba. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear author, for your valuable presentation. As at the end of the session, we have completed all the presentations in this session. I sincerely thank our authors for their excellent presentation and their contribution in this particular session. Okay. So I hope this session was informative enough, and beyond behalf of the team, thank you for your support during the 9th version of this conference and previous all 8 versions of this conference. We will be happy to have you in the 10th version in 2025. For all the presenter will be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days, and within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have been already forwarded to the stranger, and the publication will be live within 6 to 7 months. So kindly cooperate with the team ICTCS 2024. Before I end this session, I also thank our session chair, Professor Gajendra Shrimal, to be a chair on the to be a chair on behalf of the team ICTCS 2024. Sir, there is a one token of appreciation from the team ICTCS and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners.
Thank you so much, Harsh. Thank you. And thank you all
Thank
the
you, sir, for your
participants who are actively sharing their knowledge and expertise. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable presence over here. Now at the end, I request you all to turn on your camera so we can capture the good memories of this virtual conference. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir, once again, and thank you all the authors for your valuable presence.